Hello, it's Vera here, and right in the beginning, I'm here with a quick announcement and reminder that the easiest way to support artist work on YouTube is to like the video and consider subscribing if you like what I do. Thank you so much. And welcome to the process video. I wish so much that this video would be with my natural voiceover during the process me, but this is voiceover me because last week when I was filming this, my kid was at home the whole week with ear infection. So unfortunately, if you listened to the audio to these videos, you're gonna be deaf most probably afterwards because it was so much noise. But I managed to do some art, and it's very hard for me to be satisfied with the amount of stuff that I do. But I guess this phrase that I'm going to be lettering and coloring today, which is tranquila mañana, that represents Spanishness to me. And I realized that as a northerner, I'm very stiff and I need things done and I need clear yes and no, and I'm sometimes very blunt. But I'm also a person from another high context culture. So when I immerse into another high context culture, I feel at one hand very natural, but also lost because I cannot read signs and I cannot understand what am I supposed to do. If you hear these words, high context culture, for the first time, you're welcome to this video because today I'm going to be kind of rambling about creativity and immigration, how it helps me and how it actually sometimes is a bummer. So, high context culture is the idea that I took from the book which is called Culture Map by Erin Meyer. And if you live or if you work in another culture, if you interact with people from another countries a lot, I strongly recommend you this book. No matter what you do, is it like your partner is from another culture or your colleagues are from another culture, or you immigrated and you bring your own culture to some place with another customs. So, and this book refers to many other metrics other than high context culture and low context culture. It's about mostly about business and about management, but I can see that it can help greatly in many fields of life, I guess. We really tend to perceive the world from our own point of view because that's basically the only point of view that we have. Everybody has their own point of view. And we look at the world from our own skins, with our own eyes. And sometimes we cannot really understand and realize that some things can be fundamentally different for other people. So back to Tranquila Mañana. It actually is about being in the moment for me and being slow. And it's about calming down anxiety and worry. And especially if something doesn't work from the first take, it's okay. It may work tomorrow, or maybe it will work sometime later, and I can try more than once. And yeah, that's no problem. It's kind of like Hakuna Matata, but I think it's a little bit different because Hakuna Matata is something very reckless. And for me, Tranquila Mañana is something very rooting. And if I cannot do something at the moment that I was thinking that I have to do, I can do something else. And it's extremely hard. Extremely hard. My kid was sick last week and I had certain plans for the week. And they didn't come to fruition because I had to change the plans. And I still am very frustrated by that. And if you feel frustrated by this thing, you're welcome. I validate you, I see you, and I hope you can see yourself as well, because it's really, really is pain in the ass, really, to just change your plans, not because you wanted to, but because you cannot control some parts of your life, and that sucks, right? So, and I think it's the first time in my life that I'm showing you the process of lettering on my YouTube channel, and that's actually what I mostly do for my clients. I do lettering, and I do lettering for like posters, I do lettering for brand identities, and mostly I do lettering for book covers. And I always want to do more lettering for myself, for my own products. And guess what? It never happens. So, and here I want to talk about another book that I really would love to recommend you, because it wouldn't be me if I wouldn't squeeze some books into another video. And I want to talk about Slow Productivity by Cal Newport. And it's really a nice book. And I read it last year and it helped me a lot. And I think that I will have to reread it. And I guess that the problem is with me not showing you my lettering and not doing my own merch with my own lettering is that I overbook myself. And I talked about it in some of my recent videos. But in this video, I want to talk about what Cal Newport says. He says, do fewer things, which means if I will not overbook myself, I will have space and time to do stuff for myself. And that's unbelievable. And the other things that Cal Newport talks about in this book is about working at a natural pace. And that's something that I struggle with a lot, because I try to do things as efficiently and as quickly as I can, because I don't really have much energy and I don't really have much time, because immigration takes a lot of my energy. But while I was reading the book, I was thinking I'm so not kind to myself, I'm so demanding, because that's what we're supposed to be doing, being demanding to oneself. And yeah, and here comes the third part of Cal Newport's book, with which I have a little bit of controversial feelings about that, because he says that one should obsess over quality. And I think that most people that I know, they actually over-obsess over quality. And I sometimes too. And sometimes we really need to just leave things as they are. And if we are able to finalize those things while they are kind of maybe half-assed, we should do it, because they will be done. Because sometimes I have this tendency to never finish stuff, because I think that I can do better, and I better and better and better it, and then I never finish. And this is the thing also with my creativity and immigration, is that I realized that I really would love to do less things, and I would love to stop at a certain point, and then I would love to ship off my projects, to show them to you, to show them to the world. And then for me, it could be a solution, because otherwise I'm dragging those projects behind me all the time, and it doesn't really work. So yeah, so as much as, so it's, you see, it's I started with the thing that we need to be slower, and we need to be able to kind of readjust ourselves to do things in a changing world. But then I'm saying sometimes you need to be just quicker shipping it off. So I guess life is all about those contradictions. I'm really happy that I managed to do this lettering piece with the watercolors that I swatched in my last video. That's my dog. Come in, come in. I cannot get any silence in this house, you know. That's the problem. But luckily, my partner doesn't have a meeting now, so it's relatively quiet, and I need to wrap up because he will start talking and you will hear him at the background. Now you can maybe hear my dog, or maybe not. So yeah, that's it for today, and thank you for watching this video and for listening to me mumbling, and see you soon. Yeah, bye.